Hi, my name's Jackie, and on behalf of the Office of Admissions at IMSA, we'd like to welcome you to our kickoff event, Meet the Office of Admissions. We want you to know that things may be virtual this year, but our team is here to support you through this journey. Today, we're going to share about the various ways you can connect with our team and how you can learn more about IMSA and the application process. To let you know a little bit more about who you'll be working with, I'd like to introduce our team. In the top corner, you have Miss Kelly Lofgren, our Director of Admissions, and then myself, Jackie Salinas. I am one of the admissions counselors on the team. I am now entering my 7th school year, so about 6.5 years at the Academy, and I've been enjoying my time there ever since.
My name is Gerard Tobler. I'm also one of the admissions counselors. I've been here a total of 8 years. I worked way back for 1 year, left, did a couple things, and had the opportunity to come back as a resident counselor. So I was living with the students in the residence halls, teaching them the error of their ways, and helping them grow into wonderful young adults. And then the opportunity came here in the admissions department, and I'm glad I was able to be a part of this wonderful team. I also do have the opportunity here to not only coach girls basketball, but also track and field, one of my many passions.
And my name's Alex Johnson. I've also been here for 7.5 years. I started right out of undergrad as a resident counselor. So like Gerard, I lived with the students, and then I had the opportunity to serve as the assistant director of residence life. So I've served IMSA in many different ways, and I'm excited to continue to serve IMSA as an admissions counselor.
And my name is Vanessa Winberg. I'm the Administrative Assistant for the Office of Admissions. This is my 2nd year at IMSA.
And we are the Office of Admissions. Like I said, we're really excited to kick off this year and be able to support all of our families, even virtually from home. We're going to tell you a little bit more about those opportunities, like I mentioned, but just to share a little bit more about what IMSA's mission is. You see it here on the screen. Our mission is actually a lengthier one at that, but the biggest part that we want you to walk away with is knowing that we want students who are going to ignite, or that we can ignite and nurture creative, ethical, scientific minds that advance the human condition. This is really a way of saying that we're looking for students who have this passion in science, math, technology, engineering, and even innovation and entrepreneurship and the arts, and how all of those different things come together. And we want students who not only want to learn and do well in school, but students who are going to want to apply that knowledge in a very real way to help advance the conditions in our world. I'm going to throw things over to Alex, who's going to tell you a little bit more about the virtual events that we have this year.
So like Jackie said, all of our events are virtual for the time being. Obviously, when it is safe to have visitors on campus, we will open the doors and let you visit all our campus has to offer. But the safety and security of our students and their families comes first. So we're really kind of taking it day by day and making decisions based on the safety of our students. So as of right now, we have a lot of virtual events that we think will give you just as good of a picture at IMSA, and we can go into depth about more different aspects about IMSA, and hopefully maybe even reach more people who don't have the opportunity always to come to campus. So we've kind of broken them up into 4 main groups. We do have our preview days still. We have our 2-hour tours. We have additional virtual information sessions, and then family visits and shadow days. So right now that probably all kind of sounds the same, like similar, a bunch of Zoom meetings. So I'm going to go into depth a little bit more about what each event is, so you can decide what's best for you and your family to attend. So we're going to start with preview day. This is kind of our big picture day, I like to say. You'll have the opportunity to meet with our Res Life team, our faculty, athletics, music, really anyone that your student would come into contact with at IMSA is available for preview day. While this event will be virtual this year, we are not anticipating a major change in the content in terms of the people who will be involved. So you will have the opportunity to get your questions answered as you need to. But like I said, this is kind of a big picture day because we're packing all of this into one Saturday or one Sunday. If you're kind of an IMSA expert already, we would probably suggest that you tune into one of our more specialized virtual sessions because you're probably going to hear a lot of the same information. This day is also special too because you do get to participate in a mock class. So you can see what classes at IMSA are like. Obviously this year it will be a mock virtual class. So you can see what virtual learning at IMSA is like. So that's a good opportunity for those of you who want to explore or get to know IMSA. The dates are listed on the screen. We do have a Saturday and Sunday option, and they are both occurring in first semester. Our next opportunity is our 2-hour tour. This is an opportunity for you to meet with one of our student ambassadors. So a current IMSA student, so if you have any questions for them about what daily life at IMSA is like, this is your opportunity to ask that. We're also working with a company to provide a virtual campus tour. So we'll show you some hotspots around campus. There will be pictures. You'll get to see what a student room looks like and kind of put the images to the descriptions that you've maybe heard about in other virtual sessions of what student life is like, what a science lab looks like, what year is. All of the landmarks on our campus will be featured and our students will be available to tell you about each of them. And then you'll also meet with this admissions counselor to go over what our admissions process will look like this year. And there will be a Q&A portion to that as well. Next, we have our virtual information sessions. These are our new sessions that we are providing this year to our students who, in place of some of our library visits or going out into the community, we're kind of exploring more specialized topics. So some of these topics can include application tips, a day in the life of the student where we actually have res life and students available to answer any questions that you may have, and then learning outside of the classroom. So what internship opportunities do we have? What entrepreneurship opportunities do we have? What are students doing to further their research? And then obviously we have panels featuring current students, faculty and staff from different departments, alumni and current and alumni IMSA parents. So you can kind of specialize your questions based on what session you're attending, and all of those are listed on the website. Gerard will be he won't be showing us later, but if you visit www.imsa.edu/visit, the website is listed up at the top of the slide. You will have all of the opportunities listed, and registration for all those opportunities will open 3 to 4 weeks before the actual event.
Some other opportunities that we do have, as you can see, is our shadow days. I know, of course, last year students were able to come to campus. Due to COVID, we're going to have to also do this virtual. So with the way that we're actually going to have this set up, there'll be a main room for students to log into, but then they also have links to the various classes that they can attend. Within the main room, though, there'll always be an ambassador there, so students can definitely have that Q&A if they have any type of questions. Myself or one of the other admissions counselors will also be in the room as well. So then we can also kind of dictate those type of questions that may arise during those times. It's also another opportunity that if some classes just happen to have an exam that day, then students can come back to the main room and then, again, ask questions to us, ask questions to ambassadors, or if they do have homework, they can go ahead and just, take care of that until the next class begins. Usually our classes start at 8 a.m. and go all the way up to 4:15. However, due to our online learning, classes will start at 9 and they'll end about 3:30. But as you can see, that we're actually going to have the shuttle visit start at 9 a.m. and then it will end at 3 p.m. At 2:15, 2:20, we'll have everyone come back to the main room. So then we can get everyone together to be able to answer their questions, also have an ambassador there because, once everyone starts feeding off one another, A, a lot of questions may arise, but B, we just want to give another opportunity, before other students may have to go to activities after that 3 o'clock timeline. As you can also see that in order to participate, you must have an open application, as the application will open this year, October 1st. The first date will be late October, and then we'll follow in November, December, and January. And that sign up is limited to about 15, 20 students. And that will be on the website under those visits. And we will check to make sure you do have an open application as well. Another opportunity that we do have are family visits. This is a one-on-one with myself, Jackie, and or Alex via Zoom meeting that will get your specific questions answered. Now, this is a total of 45 minutes, and we will have you scheduled. You actually sign up, and as you can see, when are those? Those will actually be on Wednesdays during the entire first semester. Okay, now this is also by appointment only. So once you do, have that set up, one of us will definitely meet you in that Zoom meeting, and you'll have 45 minutes with us, and you can ask a gambit of questions, whatever may arise. Usually families will utilize this if there are special circumstances, if they are moving into Illinois, they want to get those type of details. Other times they just want to kind of get more information to kind of get an idea if they're on the right track with their application. We always say that there is not a wrong question to ask, and it's better to get your questions answered from us, because we do understand that sometimes a lot of individuals have friends, they have other people that have went, and you do get a lot of information from a lot of other places. But we can all agree here in admissions office, please come to the source, because we have heard some things that were out of the ordinary, and we want to make sure that you get the correct information, and you make sure that you're eligible and you have all the materials needed within your application, throughout our application process. And lastly, are there any questions?